My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. I'm going to give you my favorite underdog fantasy plays for UFC Vegas 74. If you don't know what underdog fantasy is, it's daily fantasy. You come in here, you see the numbers on the screen, you say higher or lower, and you can 20 times your money. It is the largest payout in the daily fantasy space. 20 times your money if you are correct. You can even get some wrong and make some money with the insurance. You can 3 times, 6 times, or even 10 times your money while getting entries wrong. It's absolutely incredible. The largest payouts in daily fantasy. Just go to WeWantPicks.com/underdog and they will give you free money to play. WeWantPicks.com/underdog. Use promo code WWP and they'll instantly match your deposit. If you give them 50, they'll give you 50. You give them 100, they'll give you 100. Take the free money, build yourself an entry, and hopefully you 20 times it and you're rich. And if you lose, well, it was okay. It's their money. You use the free money. WeWantPicks.com/underdog. That promo code is WWP. Underdog is great for 2 reasons. 1, they have the largest payouts in this space, period, end of story. And 2, they do different lines than all the other books. You're going to get significant strikes, takedowns, fantasy points. There's not fight time, but they do have finishes on here. They'll have over or under half a finish, which just means if a fighter finishes, you win. There's only 3 spots that I actually like here. This is actually much trickier than you would expect. For example, Jared Gordon, 59.5 significant strikes, 46 fantasy points. He probably wins this fight. It should be higher on fantasy points. That probably happens. We'll go ahead and we'll do it. That probably happens. And the significant strike, that's always so tricky. Who's going to wrestle? Who's not going to wrestle? When is he going to win? I only like significant strikes when it's very, very obvious. And there are 2 that I enjoy here. So let's go ahead and we'll scroll our way down. We have Karini Silva. I don't necessarily think, I don't know what's going to happen. In theory, she should win by finish. Every single one of her wins is by finish. And if she does win by finish, the fantasy points is an easy over. The half a finish is an easy higher, whatever you want to call it. Takedowns, I'm not sure about. What I am sure about is 30.5 significant strikes. We're going to play the lower there. She has never, at least in the UFC, come close to this number. Never. She's at like 12, 13 significant strikes. Nowhere near the 30. This is double the amount of significant strikes she has landed previously. So this is a very high line. I understand it's women, it's women's MMA. They just looked at it. They see it's a 2.5 round line and they went from there. In all reality, for her to get to 30.5 significant strikes, this has to be pretty much a full decision. There has to be a good amount of striking. That is not Karini Silva's game plan. That's not how she fights. So we're going to do the lower than 30.5 significant strikes. We got Jin Yu Fry, half a takedown. I like the higher there. The reality is she's going to try to slow down Elise Reed. She's going to try to take away Elise Reed's power, take away her grit, which means she's probably going to walk her against the cage and try to work her to the ground. All we need is 1 takedown, 15 minutes. We just need 1 single takedown for this to hit, and I do think she will get that. And then we got Luan Lacerda, 66.5 significant strikes. I like the higher. If we go back to his last fight, he landed 80 significant strikes in that fight. I do think this goes to a decision. Damon Blackshear is tough. Damon Blackshear is gritty. I think this finds its way to a decision, so I like the higher, which means Luan Lacerda will get past the 66.5 significant strikes. And you can see our 2 different payout options. We have the standard payout, right? If I get 4 of these correct, I 10 times my money. Or I could do the insurance payout, which I will probably do. If 4 of them are correct, I 6 times my money. If only 3 of them are correct, I still 1.5 times my money. So let's go ahead and do that. It's 1.5 times my money. I made money doing this. So we'll go ahead. We'll throw 20 bucks at it. We will lock that in. And guys, that is my entry for Underdog Fantasy. If you want to get some free money to give this a try, just go to WeWantPicks.com/underdog, promo code WWP, and they will instantly match your deposit. Take that very free money and go ahead, build yourself an entry. Join the free Discord as well to share those entries. Let us know what you're doing, why you're doing it, so we could all make money together. WeWantPicks.com/underdog. That promo code is WWP.